Welcome back to Spike Piledriver. My name's Anders, and today we're continuing our Coastal Zone Let's Play on Total Extreme Wrestling 9. If you've enjoyed this series so far, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out more content here on Spike Piledriver. We're coming out with guides, experiments, and of course this Let's Play series. We're going to be doing a real world Let's Play series when some more mods have been released for the game. Right, without any further ado, we're going to do Spring Break Bash tonight. It's the fourth show of the series. We're in late March. We're getting towards the Riptide Rumble, which is kind of our Royal Rumble kind of event, which is going to help set up the card for our big season finale, the Welcome to the Coastal Zone 2-night event, which is coming in May. So we're a couple of months away from that. We're kind of on the road towards there. We're going to have a couple of championship matches tonight, which is going to run through our champions quickly. Frankie Boy Fernandez is still our Coastal Zone champion. He is also the Confederation of the Territories World Champion as well. He's been defending that title out and about in various promotions. Our tag team champions are Chet Chavez and Simon Waves, the Beach Boys. They've been champions since October of the previous year. And last time out, we crowned a brand new Coastal Zone Extreme Champion, Masked Cougar, getting his second reign with that championship belt, beating former champion Carlos Pereira in a ladder match. If you want to check out that show, obviously the playlist is here on the channel, the videos are here on the channel, go and check them out. Tonight we've got Spring Break Bash, and we're going to go straight into the show. We'll run through a quick look at how we're going to book it, and then we'll go through the results as well. So we're not going to give anyone any time off tonight. I don't believe in that. Basically, if you don't get booked, you get shoved on the pre-show, and we'll just have at it there. Salt Lake City, Utah is the preferred venue tonight. So going outside of California, do people do spring break in Salt Lake City? I'm going to make a change. I think we should go somewhere else. Where is good for spring break in California? Looking through the list, we'll go. Is Long Beach? They have a IndyCar race there. We'll go with Long Beach. Why not? We'll select Long Beach as the venue for tonight. Why not? I don't think Salt Lake City is kind of spring breaky enough. Anyway, let's look at the broadcasters. Obviously, we're going to use WrestleWorld because that's our only broadcaster, and we get some coverage all around. No, I don't want to do that. Use selection. I get coverage all around America and Canada as well. Booking team. We've got a load of creative energy, and nothing ever works. So I'm just going to try again. We're going to go for creative finishers, a couple of them. Excellent. We'll call that V1, or the C1 apparently. It's likely to succeed. Let's try another creative finish because we've got plenty of points. Yes, that's a big gamble, and it's just for Frankie Boy Fernandez when he's going to be the victor. So maybe we'll be able to try that one out tonight as well. Let's see. Right, we're down to just 26 creative energy left. We'll go with that. We'll carry the rest over for the next event. Locker room incidents. Mark Smart has turned up. Why not? I've got no issue with him being here. Crack on. Hang around backstage. California Love Machine pulling ribs. He's got a wild personality. Everyone loves it. Great. Fantastic. Tigre Salvage he wants to become a locker room leader. Any notable... I mean, yeah, why not? Crack on, mate. Crack on. Masked Cougar is helping out 4 trainees this time in the women's division. It's down from 5, so I can't remember who else was in there who's dropped out, but that's the case. Frankie Boy Fernandez doing the same for the men as well. Eureka LaBelle has got an idea for enhancing his character. Okay, well done. Let's go for it. Why not? And he's not happy with Frankie Boy Fernandez either, which is less good. So please stop that. And that's the end of our incidents. We're not going to address the locker room tonight. I've got nothing interesting to say. There are pre-booked segments. Obviously, when you are watching this video, the card for predictions will probably have already been posted. Hopefully, will have already been posted on the Grey Dog forum and on the community page here on YouTube. So you will be aware of what's happening in tonight's show. But there, it's on screen if you are trying to get a sneak peek. We will, however, quickly go to our Alliance titles and make sure we borrow the COT World title. Obviously, if we have a look at the defences, since Uprising, he's been to New York. Frankie Boy Fernandez has been to New York in the intervening weeks and defending against Brutus Milano, Beasts of War. So good. He's racking up the defences there. He's a good, solid champion for the Alliance and obviously for our company as well. Right, let's go through pre-booking and just chuck on through our main event. So obviously the main event is going to be the title match, a 4-way. We're going to add it to our booking sheet. Don't look at the road agent notes. It will tell you who wins, and that will spoil things for you. If we quickly go through to creative finishes, we've got a creative finish here that Frankie Boy Fernandez is a big gamble. So hopefully it adds a nice bump to our match rating. That 4-way match is going to be our main event, 20 minutes long. Obviously, former tag partners colliding in a 4-way against a tag team. There's going to be an angle of, in fact, yes, I need to add in the COT World title as well, just to make it double title, because that's the way we're going at the moment. And before that, we're going to have our angle. We've already pre-booked some angles, by the way, which is different from what we normally do. I basically got a little bit more prepared. Basically, we're going to have Frankie Boy Fernandez having a bit of a pre-match interview, pre-taped backstage with the Guru. You'll get what happens as we go through. Our semi-main event is obviously going to be for our Extreme title. Again, don't look at the results because it will give away what is happening. We have got a creative finish. Which one? That's a big gamble. That one is likely to... We'll go for another big gamble. We're going to have 2 big gambles in our creative finishes. So we'll try that. And we've also got a Mass Cougar interview, which we're going to have here. Do we have anything we want to add on to the road agent notes? Is there anything we can add on? I don't think there is. No! There aren't creative ideas for angles, apparently. I thought there were. I'm confused. Anyway, basically, Mass Cougar's praising his the former champion and then gets interrupted by his challenger tonight. So that's good. And then I did want to add in the tag title match as well. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go through so you see all of the spoilers. We'll cut forward now as the show is being running. But basically, we're going to have 3 angles and a load of matches. I think 7. And maybe I'll add another one in, depending on how much time we've got left. And then we'll do the pre-show with everyone who hasn't been booked. And we'll crack on from there. And basically, you'll see what happens. So join me again in a second. And here we go. We are in the pre-show of Spring Break Bash, our 5-on-5. We haven't bothered to be booked. Match is here, and we've got a massive attendance. 3,429 people have turned up to Spring Break Bash, and the reason for that is we've given, I don't know if it's free tickets or really cheap tickets for Spring Break. We're kind of basically trying to get as many people in the building or on the beach, depending on where it's being held, anyway, to fill out and get a bit more of an atmosphere. The opening contest in the pre-show gets a 41 rating. It's won by the team of Swipe Romero, Heartbreaker, Amy St. James, Elliot Grazia, and Johnny Perez. The other guys lost. You can see on screen who they were. But basically, everyone seemed to be okay. A few people off their game. Could have done a better job of putting the match together. Okay, fine. Okay, next segment, please, as we start the show proper with a 4-way chuck people together and hope for some decent chemistry. Why not? Tag team match. We've got Air Raid Siren and Altitude, who defeated their opponents. Hugh to Ask and Zell Quinn, Eureka LaBelle and Tony the Wonderful, because they've both got similar sounding names. Why not? And Viento Negro and Onslaught. So the first team eliminated was Hugh to Ask and Zell Quinn. Then Negro and Onslaught and La Belle and the Wonderful were the final team gone. Looking at the road agent notes, Viento Negro has broken his jaw and he was slowed down due to that injury. Nobody had any chemistry notes, but Hugh to Ask did put in a standout performance compared to the rest of his opposition. Looking at the ratings, Altitude still with a 32. But he gets the victory along with Air Raid Siren because we're still trying to push him for some reason. Right, next up, an actual tag team contest between 2 teams. The Inner City Express getting one over on the Gangster Nation, bumping them up the rankings in the tag team division with a rocket launcher for the victory. A 53 rating for the segment. Pretty good, solid performances all around by everyone. Malik Cash being the top performer. Getting the crowd hotter as we go through. They're trying to work their way up the tag team ranks to get an ultimate tag team title shot at some point in the not too distant future. Then we had a battle of former tag team partners as Carlos Barrera rebounds from losing his Extreme title with a victory in just under 11 minutes over Miguel Rivera, who obviously main evented quite recently in a double title match, but Obviously, that was just by default, kind of, because he got screwed in the first show and missed his title shot against Frankie Perez. But anyway, Barrera gets the victory. 60, sorry, as the segment rating. He's much better in-ring performance than his former tag team partner, and there's a reason he is the one who's being pushed out of the former team. Then we have got Frankie Perez taking on Juliet Balconi, who did the challenge last time after beating his younger brother Johnny. She basically wants to move up in the world. She put in a good performance, but ultimately the P-Clutch got the submission victory for the much more experienced and well-rounded Frankie Perez. 44 rating for the segment. The road agent didn't do a great job. I think he's been overworked, was one of the worries earlier on in the pre-booking, and the match was a little bit too short for someone like Frankie Perez being in it. But after the match, Frankie Perez extends his hand to Juliet Balconi, and the pair shake and show their mutual respect. Balconi looks to fight another day. If there's the early formings of a potential partnership between the two, that might be a spoiler, maybe not. We shall see. 45 rating for the angle. It was just a quick minute in the ring. Next up, if I can hit the clicking button on my mouse, the California Dreams have defeated the Beach Boys to capture the Coastal Zone tag team titles. Kira Lee putting in another solid performance. Again, Chet Chavez and Willow, awkward pairing. This may be leading to the breakup of the team. We're going to see if that happens. They have got pretty good chemistry, though, so maybe we just boot Willow out and see how we get on. But Kira Lee putting in the standout performance. The California Dreams have been cutting some good performances as we've gone through the last few months, and they are rewarded with a tag team title victory. A dream drop, putting Simon Waves away. We have new tag team champions. Congratulations to Kira Lee and Sky Hermosa. Next up, thank Mas Cougar, the new Extreme Champion, thanks the former champion, as he's interviewed by the Guru in a pre-tape. Pushed him all the way to the limit at Uprising, but he's looking forward to a new challenger tonight. And just then, American Flash interrupts and tells him that he is his challenger. He will put the title on the line, and American Flash will be the new champion as well. But he didn't do very well without a script. Mas Cougar loved it, though. He improvised well. 46, again, that's okay for an angle for us. And the match is much better, but Mas Cougar gets the victory a little bit too short. The creative finish was a failure once again. Why are they all terrible? How is that a little too short? It's 20 minutes. That's long. It's quite long. Mas Cougar makes his first defense of the title anyway, the Extreme Championship. American Flash was in form, so that gave it a little bit of a boost. But the creative finish once again screws us over. Fantastic. Now, as we head towards our main event, our double champion, Frankie Boy Fernandez, he's not fazed by having to defend his title against all comers. He's got 2 titles. He's facing everyone all the time. He's got his former tag team partner in California Love Machine, who he beat a couple of months ago, and a red-hot tag team in the Wildcats. But he isn't worried, and neither should you be. Welcome to the Frankie Zone. He struggled without a script, though. Multiple takes. It was pre-taped. That wasn't very good. He doesn't normally do that. I don't think he normally does that. 48 anyway for the rating. And now, hopefully, this card is going to be made by a great main event with a great creative finish. If it's not in the 70s for the segment rating, I'm going to be disappointed. So, it's 60. Okay. The creative finish was a failure. We might need to get a second road agent because Dylan Siddle has not done very well all night. 63. This is going to be our worst show, I think, of the series. But anyway, Frankie Boy Fernandez defeated everyone. Pinned El Jaguar with a dirt nap. Made defense number 4 of the Coastal Zone title. Defense number 5 of the Cot World title. Carried the match. He's definitely our top star. But a poor finish and a slightly poor road agent performance gives us a 63 rating for the segment. Was that even match of the night? I've not been keeping track. It was just 55 rating overall. That is the worst show we've put on, and it's taken 3 months to put on a bit of a stinker, but still it's increased our popularity in 18 regions, so it's not bad really. This is the benefit of playing as Coastal Zone. You can have a bit of a stinker and still improve your popularity and increase your popularity and move on. So ultimately, a bit of a downer, but Carlos Barrera put in a good performance, so we'll do that. We're not going to address the locker room. Injury review. Viento Negro's got a broken jaw. He's out for 25 days. He's working through it. Doesn't need surgery. He might just miss the next show just to give him a bit of a break. We shall see. Financial report. Still made a lot of money. Nearly 30 grand for the show. Loads of ticket sales, even though... So they weren't free. They were just cheap. Just to show that in. So there we go. That's worked. That's a good. Popularity recap. We've increased popularity everywhere. Well done. We're slowly ticking up around the nation, so that's good. Keep an eye on that as we look towards moving up in size. That's the end of the show. Hopefully it's been more enjoyable watching than the ratings suggest. It's not been our best show, and next time out we're doing a battle royal, the Riptide Rumble, and I'm not sure how they work in the new game because I haven't done one yet, so we shall see. Just to mention, which I didn't mention before, we've got a few people joining, going on tours basically. So Ellie DeGrazia and Kira Lee are now off on tour in Japan, so they may miss the next couple of shows. We shall see. Frankie Perez has got a good opinion of Carlos Barrera. Yes, thank you. I do as well. 44,000 people watched Spring Break Bash on WrestleWorld, and as we mentioned, Viento Negro injured currently with his broken jaw. So there's the news. That's the next signposted where our next show is going to be. We are going to the Riptide Rumble, which I haven't made a logo for in game yet, but I probably will have one at some point in the not too distant future. That is in 3 weeks' time, but obviously that's 3 weeks in game, not 3 weeks in real world. So we'll see you there in a couple of days' time as we get to that show. Again, let me know in the comments your thoughts on the booking we've gone through. If you're enjoying the sort of style of watching me do a little bit of booking and then going through the show as a whole, and how that's working out for you. If you want to see some changes there, I'm all ears for ideas. And any other things you want to comment on as well, let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks a lot. My name's Anders. See you then.